Hey, we back with another reaction. So now Kamala got booed at her own rally. There's a lot that go into it though, cause she told bro, it's crazy because I never seen nobody get booed like that at their own rally like that. Like how she was getting booed is crazy, bro. And you'll hear more in the video. This video was made by Devori Darkins, though he's like a political YouTuber or whatnot. But I guess people were under the impression that Beyonce was gonna perform. She literally only spoke for 4 minutes. So they basically lied, to get people, brought Beyonce, you know what I'm saying, to get people to come. But we'll talk as the video go on. Put your cash up in the comments. Y'all know how I do. I'll announce the giveaway soon. All you gotta do is subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram for that. But hey, let's get the video for them.
All right, so it's 10 days out from the election, and all bets are off, especially when it comes to the Kamala Harris campaign. I mean, the message they are now pushing is extreme at this point. And all that decency, all that joy, all that rising above, it's gone. And the latest culprit is Michelle Obama. She just loses it at this rally where she shames people into voting for Kamala Harris. Yes, she has stooped to a new low. And so what we're going to do is talk about it, obviously, debunk the lies, of course, and give you some common sense to take away from this.
I got to ask myself, well, why on earth is this race even close? I lay awake at night wondering what in the world is going on. And
it's close because Kamala Harris is so bad. Tulsi Gabbard, I thought would have been the best Democratic nominee. She even switched sides to the Republican side. If Tulsi, I won't say I promise, but I think if Tulsi Gabbard was the Democratic nominee, she would probably win. The fact that, like she said, it's close is because Kamala Harris was so bad, Biden was so bad. You know what I'm saying? But that's just
clear to me that the question isn't whether Kamala is ready for this moment, because by every measure, she has demonstrated that she's ready. The real question is, as a country, are we ready for this moment?
Now, there's a lot of people on social media that is taking that as a suggestion that if you don't vote for her, you are out of your mind. Now, I'm going to make this clear. I am going to vote for Trump. I support Trump. And if you don't want to vote for him, that is your own personal choice. I could care less. My job is just to provide common sense. And maybe that will help some people look at this situation differently. And for other people, maybe it won't. But what you're not going to find me doing is what they are doing, which is trying to shame and guilt people. This is just a classical life lesson.
Yeah, that's one thing I'm not finna do on this channel. I do not shame people for how they vote. I don't care who you vote. I don't care if you vote for Trump. I don't care if you vote for Kamala. That's your personal choice. I'm not one of the type of guys, I'm not friends no more with this person because he like this. Or no. To me, that's lame and that's very immature. Let people got their own views and they got their own way of looking at things. You can't force nobody to do nothing they want to do. Everybody grown. That's just that. You can't force them to vote the way you want to vote. I don't care who you vote for. It's your choice. That's just that. I'm not losing no friends over this stupidness. You feel me?
You can't force people to do things they don't want to do. All you're going to do is alienate them in the end. And that's exactly what her campaign is doing. You've heard from undecided voters, swing voters, even Democrats who say they don't agree with this type of messaging. But now Michelle Obama is on board and she's losing it. Let's go to this next clip to hear what she had to say.
But whether it's online or in the media or in our social circles, there are folks who say they're not sure about Kamala. They accuse her of not providing enough policy detail. Some wonder, do we really know her? Is she too aggressive? Is she not aggressive enough? There are folks sowing seeds of doubt about whether she's who she appears to be. Now, don't get me wrong. Voters have every right to ask hard questions of any candidate seeking office. But can someone tell me why we are once again holding Kamala to a higher standard than her opponent?
Nobody's holding Kamala to a higher standard. We're just saying do exactly answer the questions everybody's asking because they're doing the same thing to Trump. Trump been scrutinized for so dang long, so don't even say that. They've been holding Trump, bro. Come on, bro. Don't even start that. Y'all see what that man Trump done been through. I ain't saying he the greatest person. But they just tell, we just like, all right, Kamala, we got questions we need answered. They just want us to not do nothing. Oh, she's black. Let's just put her up there when she's not even black. She was sworn into the Senate as an Indian. Like, come on, bro. Like, nah. Well, you not fooling us no more. We're not dumb no more. We're not dumb. We're doing our research now. They don't want us to do research. That's the issue. They just want us to look, oh, they brought Beyonce. Let's vote because she's hip and cool. That's what they want. Now when we do research, they get mad. Nah, bro, we studying now. We ain't stupid.
Yeah, so let's just debunk that whole narrative that Kamala Harris is being held to a higher standard. And just let's remind ourselves of the facts. Donald Trump went through a primary. Donald Trump was elected as the presidential nominee for the Republican Party. So he went through people who definitely put up a fight, Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis. Kamala Harris did not do that. That's number one. Number two, President Trump was the president before. We seem to forget that. So there's that. And then number three, it's not President Trump's fault or anybody else's that Kamala Harris was inserted into this election 60 days ago. And there's some advantages to that, and there are some disadvantages to that. And one of the disadvantages, clearly, is that people don't know you because she hasn't had time to campaign. That's just the bottom line. Is that a double standard? No, it's not. It's the reality. But if you think that was crazy, wait till you hear Michelle Obama's message to people who say they're going to sit out this election. Watch.
But to anyone out there thinking about sitting out this election or voting for Donald Trump or a third-party candidate in protest because you're fed up, let me warn you, your rage does not exist in a vacuum. If we don't get this election right, your wife, your daughter, your mother, we as women will become collateral damage to your rage.
This is why y'all losing the man vote right here. Women, collaborate. What y'all talking about? What's she talking about? Explain to me in the comments what she talking about. Us women. I really want to know. I really want to know because I can go in on that subject too. But this is why a lot of men, they're losing a lot of men supporters. You feel what I'm saying? This is why. And for all of you guys in the comments and ladies in the comments who saying y'all sitting this out, she's talking to y'all. Like we can't even make our own decisions no more. They want to make decisions for us. This reminds me of communism. Come on, bro.
So are you as men prepared to look into the eyes of the women and children you love and tell them that you supported this assault on our safety?
I find the irony, how rich Michelle Obama is in her messaging to tell people who choose to sit out this election that it's their fault. It's their rage on why daughters and wives will be threatened or their rights will be taken away. I mean, that is really insane if you think about it. Okay?
Insane.
They truly believe that President Trump is going to monitor women's cycles. They truly believe that Trump is going to initiate a national abortion ban. That's how propaganda works.
You see how they doing it? Even, I'm not for abortion. I'm sorry, that's just me. I'm a Christ believer. I don't believe in abortion. That's me. Don't come to me, oh, women's right. Bro, that's my personal choice. You feel me? That's why I never had a baby out of wedlock and none of that. I never put you know what I'm saying? That's me. I want to say that one more time. But Trump did not say he was about to ban abortion globally. He said he was going to make it a state issue. That's context for you guys to know. He did not say that. He said it multiple times. You feel what I'm saying?
Even though the facts will say otherwise. And he was the president before. So I would think if he really wanted to pass a national abortion ban, he would have did it already. Because the best time to do any of those things that we would label as radical and extremist would have been during COVID. At the end of the day, these people come off as if they know more about you than you do yourself. They refuse to listen to you and understand why you feel the way that you do. This is why Kamala Harris continues, I guess now it's just happening every day, to get heckled and booed at her own campaign rally. Yes, it happened again. Watch.
We are fighting for America's future, and we understand the opportunity we have before us to turn the page on the fear
All right, now before I tell you what I think about that, do me a favor if you're getting value from these videos. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. If you want to support us further, you can go to the link in the description below and grab yourself a t-shirt like the one I'm wearing here, Make America Greater 24. Or you can just buy us a cup of coffee, all right? Now, getting booed at your own campaign rally is obviously a bad look, okay? At a certain level, you kind of feel some type of pity for her because, listen, it's not like she was set up to really be successful here, okay? Yes, they've run a flawless campaign, but this is a campaign that's only 60 days old, all right? In all reality, if we look at history, she should not win this election, okay? That's just number one. Number two, she's not the best candidate. And the other part of it is she's been infected with this progressive woke ideology that is pissing off a lot of Americans. This is why so many people are leaving the Democratic Party. And out of all people, I can't believe this. I'm going to tell you this and show you this clip. Van Jones from CNN, he admitted this to Bill Maher. Listen to this.
If progressives have a politics that says all white people are racist, all men are toxic, and all billionaires are evil, it's kind of hard to keep them on your side. And so we might want to think about, if you're chasing people out of the party, you can't be mad when they leave. And maybe if we had a different politics, we actually said dick.
Boy, he just preached. Let's go back. That's why I'm so pissed off at the Democratic Party myself, because they against men. They're against masculinity. They don't even want us. It's just like y'all don't even care nothing about us. You notice Michelle Obama, only thing she mentioned was women. She mentioned nothing about men. If you look at The View is a heavily democratic platform. They got segments. Do men even matter? Like, what? Are men even important? Like, why is this even come on, bro? We are important. Masculinity is important. Very important. You feel me? It makes me sick, but what he said is the absolute truth.
And so we might want to think about, if you're chasing people out of the party, you can't be mad when they leave. And maybe if we had a different politics, we actually said dignity for everybody, everybody's respected, and we need you, more people might stay.
Now, if Kamala Harris loses this election, I believe her campaign should be used as a case study, just like Trump's campaign, by the way, because all the things that he had to go through and overcome just to end up winning the election would be nothing short of history. However, her campaign should be a case study because the Democratic Party and politics in America, there have been some classical mistakes that they made that they refuse to acknowledge or do anything about. It's like watching a football team. They're getting blown out by 40 points in the first two quarters. They go into halftime and they make no adjustments. And the only adjustment they make is going to part of the playbook that they know isn't going to work and lost them the game last time. That's what they're doing right now. And what I mean is telling white men that they're racist because they're white men is just ridiculous. It's almost reverse racism in a sense. Trying to shame and guilt black men into voting for Kamala Harris is a bad mistake. And you know who just got a lot of backlash for doing that? Former President Obama. And guess what? He has not let up. He's double downing on that message. I know, it's crazy. Listen to this.
This is normally a voting bloc that Democrats can count on. So why is the campaign pulling out all the stops to appeal to this group in particular?
Yeah, well, President Obama a few weeks ago delivered these very pointed message to black men, really appealing to people that he feel like is having excuses to not vote for Vice President Harris. And they have seen weaknesses with both black males and Latino males. So this is very much a bloc that Democrats are seeking to shore up. And of course, Obama is the first black president. And so they're having him on this call, Win with Black Men, that had more than 50,000 people when Harris first entered this race this summer and raised more than $1 million. And has basically been doing these calls pretty regularly and sort of having these family or kitchen table discussions over YouTube, over this live stream. And so Obama's going to be calling into that tomorrow, having this open discussion where he will take questions and hopefully have, again, those sort of open and honest discussions amongst Black men.
See, the problem with Obama is he has zero credibility too. And when you come out and you shame Black men into trying to vote for Kamala Harris by accusing them of being sexist, misogynistic, or misinformed, that means you're refusing to.
Like, bro, how you gonna try to win us when you disrespecting us? Talking about, oh, the reason I think it's because she's a woman. Nobody don't care about that. Don't care. We want the most qualified person in that position. You think we not voting for Kamala Harris? Black men not voting for Kamala Harris because she's a woman? No, she has 6 months. 3 months, 60 days, whatever. Now a small amount of time to campaign. We don't know nothing about her. We seen what happened. We just trying to find out more. And now y'all shaming us for trying to find more out about her. You see what I'm saying? They constantly shaming the Black men because we want more information. Bro, you can't win nobody over like that. The Bible says a person offended is harder to win than a strong tower. That's wisdom. You got to have wisdom when you're trying to win over people. You don't offend them. That scripture simply means once you offend somebody, you're gonna have to do quadruple times over to get that person to win your trust back. Period. You feel what I'm saying? So they got to use wisdom. They're not using it.
Even have an understanding of why we are not voting for Kamala Harris. That's why it brings us to this line that the Democratic Party has crossed by calling Trump a fascist, by accusing him of loving Hitler, and to the point where it's got even Democrats saying, wait a minute, that messaging is not going to win this election, especially when the New York City mayor is acknowledging how crazy that message is. Listen to this.
Mr. Mayor, I wondered if I could ask you about any communications you've been having with the Trump campaign about this rally or otherwise, and if you believe, as others have said, that the former president is a fascist.
You know, I have been had those terms hurled at me by some political leaders in the city, using terms like Hitler and fascist. My answer is no. I know what Hitler has done, and I know what a fascist regime looks like. I think, as I've called over and over again, that the level of conversation, I think we could all dial down the temperature. And I've heard people say that the former president should not be able to have a rally in Madison Square Garden. I strongly disagree. This is America. This is New York. And I think it's important that we allow individuals to exercise their right to get their message clear to New Yorkers.
Listen, you don't have to get a political science degree to truly understand human behavior. It really comes down to energy, okay? The energy from the Kamala Harris campaign will not win her this election if she keeps doing what she's doing. That's just bottom line, full stop. The energy from the Trump campaign, on the other hand, they are energizing people in a way that is humanizing Trump. And it's doing what? It's countering this rhetoric coming from her campaign and the Trump deranged media that he loves Hitler, which we know is not true. And obviously, everyone has an opinion. That's what I believe to be true. But sometimes I like hearing from the experts confirm what I'm saying. Listen to the top pollster in America who went on CNN and confirmed what I just said. Watch.
Frank, I want to know what your perspective is on. Obviously, we're in the final weeks here. We're starting to get actual numbers in terms of early vote. It goes a little bit beyond the polling now. We have more to work with in terms of understanding where the electorate is, what's going to happen. A lot of my sources feel like the momentum is actually with Trump at this moment, and that is potentially putting him on track to win on election night, perhaps in a bigger way than the very close polling would suggest. What do you think? What do you think about where we are right now?
I can't call it. And
I'm not asking you to call it. I'm just asking you to help us understand, where is that momentum going?
It is heading towards Trump. But what's interesting is that with Harris focused on why she should be elected president, that's when her numbers grew. She's had the best 60 days of any presidential candidate in modern history. And then the moment that she turned anti-Trump and focused on him and said, don't vote for me, vote against him, that's when everything froze. And the fact is, Donald Trump is defined. He's not gaining, he's not losing, he is who he is, and his vote is where it is. She is less well defined, and if she continues just to define this race as vote against Trump, she's going to stay where she is now, and she may lose.
And I just think Kamala and the Democratic Party, they don't care about that. They think they're going to win this election by scaring people with Project 2025, which would never happen because there's three branches of government, people. Number two, they're scaring people with abortion, which all they're really saying is we want to legalize the ability for people to murder babies who clearly can survive outside the womb. And then three, they want you to believe that Trump is Hitler, even though he was already the president. Now, you do the math on that and you tell me if that makes sense. So that's my opinion. Michelle Obama, she's lost it. We know Barack Obama lost it a couple of weeks back when he tried to shame black men into voting for Kamala Harris. That didn't work clearly. And then her campaign went into overdrive trying to pander to the black community. That's not going to work either because the early voting numbers in Georgia are already down when it comes to black communities. So I don't think that's going to work. But I want to hear what your guys' opinion and thoughts are about these stories in this video, especially the Michelle Obama. And then
facts, yeah. Shout out to Devoid Dawkins. That was a great video. Yeah, I just feel like what I sense from the Kamala Harris campaign is a whole bunch of BS. I sense desperateness. When you go as far as saying, oh, Trump is Hitler, I'm like, nah, I'm not a Trump supporter. I don't support either. I support Jesus Christ. But for you to sit up here and say, oh, Trump is Hitler, please name me how many people Trump got unalived like Hitler. You can't even make that comparison. It's stupid. That shows me that y'all are desperate and y'all think that we're stupid. You're not, bro. I hate when y'all try to play me like I'm dumb. Like us as black people, we're dumb. Y'all think we finna go for that? I hope y'all are not going for that. Oh, Trump is the next Hitler. Stop. Stop. It's not. He's not. Nothing close to Hitler. What is y'all talking about? How many people was unalived? Hitler actually unalived many of the, y'all know who I'm talking about. A lot of them. You can't make that comparison. That's how that's how they try to do it. They try to make us stupid. And then they go put Megan Thee Stallion on stage to shake her butt for votes. And then they go get Beyonce and then say she was gonna perform to get us to show up. So you think we stupid? Y'all think we this simple-minded? As black men and women? And the other side doing it too, though. Trump and them, they brought, what's her name? Many Hispanic artists. Trump ain't even know the dude's name. Nikki Jam. He didn't even know the dude's name. He thought it was a female. Then they bring, what's the other girl? Man, I feel like you should leave all these entertainers out of politics. Let us vote for who we want to vote for, not because of who y'all bringing on stage. Not because of this person. Y'all using another entertainer. I don't even rock with entertainers. That's not how you going to get my vote. I'm a whole YouTuber and I don't want to collaborate with no big YouTuber. I want to be by myself. Entertainers don't move me. You feel what I'm saying? And I think that's how we should all think. Y'all think we dumb? Y'all can just put Amber Rose out of anybody on stage and say, like, I'm going to vote for you because of that or because of you putting Beyonce. Nah, bro. But at the end of the day, I think the Democratic Party is doing worse. I think Kamala Harris is doing so bad, it's terrible. It's making people want to vote for Trump. I don't blame you for voting for Trump at all. I'm not mad at all. Because she's doing such a terrible job. And then now they're trying to shame black men into, man, get out of here, bro. Thank you guys for watching the video. See you guys next video. Let's get it. Be safe for the kings and queens.